what's up? It's me, Susie, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on that link or that thumbnail, the picture of my face, the words above, beside, below it. I don't know what you clicked on, you know what you clicked on, but whatever you clicked on, thank you for clicking on it. I am so glad you are here. You'd think that like that super duper long intro would get tiring, but I love it every time. So for today's video, obviously it's something a little bit more chill. Just like if you've noticed, I'm not wearing any makeup and I'm in a sweater and I'm just like trying to be all cozy. I got my coffee. So I want to talk about getting out of a slump. And so I know, especially for me, kind of going into the holidays and once like finals, you know, are kind of creeping up on us, it's kind of easy to just get into a slump of like laziness, like, oh, I don't want to do anything, I just want to go home, or like I want to lay in my bed and blah blah blah. I know that can be like super duper hard to get out of, and so I kind of want to just talk about what I think might help, or give you a few words of wisdom that maybe will help you kind of like snap out of it and get out of the slump, because I personally have been in a slump for a long time and I just kind of like woke up, and so I thought I'd share with you guys. Before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe, join this dab family. A dab game strong AF over here as per usual. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe, I'll wait. Okay, thanks. So welcome to the family, and now that you're here, let's go ahead and get into it. So another reason really quickly I just want to address that I'm like wearing no makeup and just trying to be like cool, other than the fact that I just want to have like an authentic video with you guys, is there are a lot of fake people in the world, and recently this has just like come to my attention. Like I don't deal with like fake people a lot, but like recently my aunt has gone viral on Facebook. She's the principal that dances or does a step routine with her step team at a pep rally. I don't know if you've seen it. It has like a bajillion views on every social media platform, and basically a bunch of her students from her past school that I know went to school with are giving her a bunch of crap on social media. And so I've literally gone and unfollowed all these people and screenshotted it just so I don't forget, which is so petty, but like I don't need people who are gonna be like talking bad about my family in my life. And so anyways, that doesn't really concern you at all, but I just felt like sharing. So getting out of a slump. First off, I just really quickly want to address that if it is an issue of mental health and you think that maybe it is a little bit more than a slump and you just feel like you can't even get up and it's maybe an issue of depression or anxiety or something, I definitely say get help with that first. Like that is going to be, if you don't pay attention to that and listen like what your mind and your body is telling you, then you're never going to be able to progress with what I'm telling you. And so I know from personal experience that is the ultimate way to begin like your journey to getting help. I'd say that if you think that is your issue, I would address that first and then maybe come back to like the things I'm gonna say. But anyways, moving on from that, I feel like a lot of people when they say how to get out of a slump or how to get motivated, it's like go on a run, like make your bed, clean your room, you know, stuff like that. And I want to really just talk more about like actually mentally getting into the place where you can go on a run and clean your room and make your bed, because I know that like it's so easy to hear those things and see people doing them, but it's like, why am I not doing them, you know? So I kind of want to talk about how you can get your mental state into that place so then you can go ahead and be productive and awesome, like I'm sure you are. I have watched a few videos recently, which is another thing that has really helped me, and I will link my favorite ones down below. There is one in particular, I will put a bunch of exclamation marks around it. It just really kind of changed my life and just like pulled me out of this place, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to get up, you know? And so I will link some of these videos down below. And even if you're not in a slump, I think they're great to watch because it's just like, it's such cool people, you know, just cool people sharing cool things. And so a couple of these notes are from a video that I watched, which I will link down below. My first note is the agony of life is to sit in a place of movement. And I feel like this is so relevant. When you're in a slump, I feel like you are sitting in a place of movement, especially being in college. Everyone's doing something always. Everyone's always going out or, you know, studying or doing something. And then when I'm just sitting there, it feels horrible. And so, and you know, I'm trying to rationalize it in my head, but in reality, that's just not what I'm supposed to be doing, you know? And so I think first, like, address the fact that you're sitting in a place of movement and that you want to be moving and you want to be, you know, with everyone else, but something's holding you back. And so the next thing to take note of, this is like so cliche and everyone always says it, but it's like, you're not alone. And I know it's like, okay, Suze, obviously I'm not alone, but yeah, I'm drinking coffee out of a straw. I know I'm super extra, but I mean it, you're not alone. And so even the worst feelings that you could possibly feel, personally, it's been like really difficult just because like when you lose someone very close to you, it's easy to feel like you're the only person in the whole wide world who gets it. And you know, that might be true in your world, in your circle of people that you know, but I promise you that you're not alone. There is someone else who knows how you are feeling. And for me, what I found is that that person is Jesus, and that has changed my life. But if you're not religious, and you know, maybe you haven't found Jesus, or maybe you don't know him, then that's fine. For you, it could be the person sitting next to you in your Spanish class, or the girl that you see on the bus every day, or you know, it could be someone millions of miles away on the other side of the earth, which I know that's not exactly comforting, but it's true. So just make sure you're not ever like truly alone and isolated. And I would just say, like, talk to someone about it, whether it's calling like a hotline or, you know, whatever. Like, it's just, you need to know and you need to feel like you're not alone, because loneliness is a horrible thing. After acknowledging that, really think about the fact that you are the only one who can change your life. And I know, again, that's another thing that's like, Susie, like, I don't want to hear that. Obviously, I'm the only one that can change my life. But it's like, I feel like when I was in the place, when I'm in a slump, I like to sit and I like to just like watch Netflix or go to sleep or something, and I'm just kind of waiting. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for something. Like, I'm just waiting, you know? And I kind of just like snapped out of it the other day, and I was like, I will literally be waiting for the rest of my life, because nobody is gonna come pick me up time after time and say, hey, go do this. Like, you know, maybe you have friends who are holding you accountable, and you have people who, like, every once in a while they'll be like, hey, like, let's do this. But ultimately, like, you are the only person that can truly pick yourself up and make a change. Once you realize that, then at least you're holding yourself accountable. And just know that, like, at least for me, like, when I'm in a slump like this and when I'm feeling like that, like, those are my feelings and I'm realizing it, but also I'm the only one who's gonna be able to change. I think it's really cool, the fact that we have like our destiny in our hands. And I think that life for sure presents like a lot of opportunities and seeds and things in our path, and it's up to us to like take them or not take them, you know. But if we just sit and watch them pass time after time after time after time, nothing is ever gonna happen. So start opening your eyes. If you're in that slump, start looking for signs, for something, some sort of opportunity, some sort of something to grasp onto that maybe, just maybe, it can pull you out of the slump, because that is something that I feel like really helped me. I watched this video and I was like, that's it. That's what I needed. And I got up. I don't even know what I did. I think I made my bed. So like, that's a start. It sounds small, but it's a start, you know? Hold on. It's so easy to get into this place of like, oh, well, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I feel like we kind of like make it okay. You know, we kind of normalize that place, and we're like, I thought I just saw something in my coffee and I wanted to scream, but it was just a shadow. I hope so. Anyways, well, I'm entitled to feel this way, you know? How are they gonna tell me that I should know what I wanna do at 19 years old? How are they gonna tell me, you know, whatever? Like, I have a right to feel this way, and we do. I think we have a right to feel how we're feeling, you know? And I think every feeling is valid, but you can't sit in it forever, you know? The only person that you will be hurting is yourself. And if you really feel like, you know, you have an issue with like the way that things are going, or you know, and you have this feeling and you feel like you can't get out of it, then you need to get up and you need to say something about it. Anyways, moving on from that, I like this point. There is no guarantee that you can do later what you can do now. That's another thing that really like struck me. I was like, oh my gosh, like, you're so true. You're so true, LOL. Like, I was like, that's so true, you know? Because like, in the blink of an eye, everything can change. And I know that that's like, again, super cliche. This whole video sounds cliche, but it's so true. And it's like, you know, in the blink of an eye, your whole entire life can change. And everything that you could have done has changed, you know? And there are things like in your life where you look back and like, you're like, oh, I could have done that and I could have done that, but you can't. You didn't do it then and you can't do it now. And so I think that's super like important to keep in mind, especially at our age. We need to take opportunities and we need to do things. Things aren't just gonna sit around while we're sitting around, kind of thing, you know? Hold on. I really like this one. So think about, you know, the future that you want. Think like, picture like your best self in your future. For me personally, I'm a YouTuber. Like and subscribe to Stab Family A, but I'm a YouTuber and I have a charity and I work for, you know, I do nonprofit work and I am a motivational speaker, and I'm just living with, you know, like, I'm successful, I have a super hot husband and super cute kids and my dog, and life is great. And that's just how I envision my future. And to think about that future self, think about you, like you just picture yourself glowing, like the best self. So put that person inside of you. That sounds weird, but like just put that person inside of you, and like that person is begging you. It's begging you to be smart and don't disappoint them. It's okay if you make mistakes, but if you don't even try, your future self is gonna be so disappointed. And it's not even like that far in the future. It may just be, you know, in 30 minutes. So for me, like if I'm running, like I recently just started running every day just because like I feel better. But if I'm running, you know, I'm running like 3 miles, for example, and then, you know, it gets like 2.5 and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just really can't, like I need to walk, like I just like I'm so tired, like blah blah blah. I could walk, but I know that my future self in literally maybe 10 minutes will be so disappointed. And so I think you just have to keep in mind that like you could be so worried about disappointing other people, but like think about yourself. Like I know that when I was like in that slump, I just sat in my bed forever. Like I was so disappointed in myself. And so just kind of like think about that. Like I am not gonna disappoint my future self, and I'm gonna be smart now. And another thing is your miracle is never what you lost, it's what is left. And so this is a huge one for me, just because for those of you who don't know, my mother was killed in a car accident, and I will go into that in another video down the line in the future when I feel like it. And so for me, for so long, it was about what I had lost. Everything that I did, every feeling that I had, it was like, oh, well, you know, I lost this, so that's why, you know. And it was just like, you don't get it, nobody gets it, and my life is like this because I lost this. And it was like, and I had a right to feel that way, and I do, you know, I have a right. I think everyone does. It's the shift in the mentality. Yes, I'm still sad about it. I think about it every day. You know, there's not a day that I don't miss her and that I don't think about her and wish that I had a mom, because it sucks growing up without one. But it's not about what I lost. It's about what is left and what I can do with what is left. And so I know that my mom would not want me to sit on my butt and complain about everything and just say, oh, like the world is against me, I'm a millennial and everything is so hard, like blah blah blah, you know. Like she would want me to take the strength that I was given from that circumstance and everything that I had learned and how tough I am. She would want me to take that and do something with it, you know? So if you have lost something in your life, whether it's a parent or a friend, or you play the sport that you love, you get injured, you can't play it anymore, anything like that, you have to look at the person that you are because of it. And if you want to make a change, you better get up and do it now, because ain't nobody waiting on you, let me tell you. I hope this helped you guys just a little bit. I know I kind of like rambled and talked for a really long time, and I don't really know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I don't really know. Like I just kind of went on a rant, but I hope this helped you guys a little bit, or if anything, at least you enjoyed chatting with me. I would love it if you would comment down below if anything I said stood out to you, or if you have any tips for anyone on how to get motivated or get out of a slump or anything like that. I would love to see that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, join this dab family, because that would be awesome. And probably should just stop talking, but you guys are fun to, you guys are fun to talk to. Like you're the only people who really listen to me 24/7, you know? At least like I think you are. If not, I will never know. But okay, I'm really gonna stop talking now because I have a lot to do. So I hope you guys have an amazing, fantastic, wonderful, beautiful, blessed by God and unicorns day and week in life. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!